Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. It is that time again, CPI, Consumer Price Index. I'm sure a lot of you I'm sure a lot of you aren't awake yet. If you're watching this on like a catch-up, good morning to you. What time is it in New York? 8:01 a.m. I'm sure, yeah, most of you would be up. Yeah, this is all this volatility here is pre-CPI hype and excitement, I think, anticipation. The dollar index has taken a bit of a hit. Dollar index has been in a bit of a wedge triangle formation here. See what becomes of that. It's definitely squeezing. So there's 28 minutes until CPI hits. I'll bring up the Forex Factory. We're looking for this CPI, mainly the year over year. Let's put up a poll. Do you think we will let's see, how am I going to pose this question? Do you think we will get a higher or lower CPI result? I'm talking about year over year. Than the forecast 7.3%. Okay, let's start a poll. Let me I know there's only 7 of you in here, but that's cool. I want to see what you guys think. Now, of course, the third option would be on point, like 7.3. Yeah, 7.3 is the forecast. It could very well pull in 7.3, but they haven't been accurate with forecasts for the previous 5 at least. So, yeah, I'll pose this question anyway to you guys. Cast your votes. Do you think we're going to pull in lower or higher than forecast? And to give you an idea of where actual inflation, well, according to trueflation.com, inflation is currently sitting at, as of the 13th of December, 6%. This is year over year inflation, right? So, American government reporting on inflation is actually 2 months behind, because we're still going off the reading that was looking at October. Now that we're in December, we're going to be getting a reading that looks at November. So it's a month behind. Month delayed data. And it stays stagnant. It stays static when we pull in that reading. So we've been dealing with 7.7% since the last announcement, which at the time of announcement was 30 days old anyway. So yeah, the way that they report inflation is very strange. It's delayed, sort of looking back. But yeah, this tool is very powerful. I mean, you can see it's not totally accurate. It's actually pulling in figures higher than actual. So if that's the case, then hey, 2 months from now, so in the January CPI report, we should be down to 6, according to this tool. So, just wondering, should I go on webcam? I suppose, let's just see how I look. I probably look like a wreck, but who cares? I don't give a shit. Oh, I don't look too tired, I guess. That's a plus. Probably because I'm drinking a coffee right now. It's perked me up a bit. This is my NVIDIA webcam thingamajiggy. Oh, that's not it. Sorry, it won't be a second. Loading now. Okay. Now we should be able to go to 1920 by 1080 and block out the background. Properties, deactivate and activate. There we go. Got my big Pilot headphones on. They're nice and comfortable. Actually, I might switch to the old Apple EarPod thingies, the earphones. Remember these? Remember that kind of jack? Auxiliary. Remember how iPhones used to accept that kind of jack? All right, hang on a second. Just gonna play with the filters here. A little better. Okay. Wow, look at that chart. 1 minute. Yeah, it's like 11:09 and I just made a cup of coffee. Probably a bit of a crazy idea. But I need it for CPI, otherwise I'm going to be falling asleep at the computer. Housing called shelter by the BLS is the highest weighted category within the CPI calculation. Shelter uses the concept of owner's equivalent of primary residence, OER. Wow. There you go. Hey, the countdown is on, 20 minutes. Let's get a countdown tool. Mount down to 11:30 p.m. Sucks. Hey, Eric, that works. Day 13th December 2022. Hour is 23:30. Location of event, I'm going to call it Brisbane, because that's where I live. Right. Squeeze this down. Be cool if I knew how to like get this into that should do. I mean, we kind of have a countdown. We have a visual representation of when it happens. The CPI yellow line here. Anyway, 16 minutes 56 seconds. Thank you, MG. Appreciate that. Who have we got in the house here? We've got MG, Lex, Jack, D Johnny, Kevin, TA23, DC Woodworking. What's happening, dude? O Shift 88. I like that one. Billy Bob. What's up, Billy Bob? Hey Noodle. What's happening, Noodle? You're an OG, dude. You guys are all OGs. Crypto Down Under OGs. Look, okay, so current high to beat is 17,500. Just pull this music volume down a little. I want to yell too hard. Oh, Billy Bob, CPI is happening soon. Very soon. We've got about 15 minutes. Just over 15 minutes until that data comes out, or data, depending where you're from. There's going to be little refresh buttons that come up on here soon. Are they gonna? Nah, it's a little early, but you'll see these little green refresh buttons come up. Show me the CPI. Hey Noodle. Hey, let me hop into Discord. Oh, super chat. Thanks, Noodle. $2. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you. YouTube voice. Oh, Jack's in here. I don't know if you can hear me, Jack. I might have to like fix my Does that work? Can you hear me? Show me where Pisket touched you. No, something like that. in Pisket VR or whatever. Got some samples, some audio samples. on that.
I'm over here just having fun.
See, I don't. Why can't we have everybody on cameras? It's like so weird not having people on cameras.
Oh man, Bitcoin will be pumped so much you don't even know. Next halving, $1 million Bitcoin.
As long as you pay your dollar, I don't care.
I'm over here just having fun.
Hey man, what's happening?
Suddenly all these voices came through.
Yeah, they're just my soundboard. People from back in the day, from last year. Biscuit, John Smith, Scorpion, Chemical. Yeah, that's Scorpion. Yep. That guy. We got 12 people in the house, crushing it. Hell yeah. What's the dollar index doing? You know what else I want to look at? The S&P futures market. That should be open by now. Let's go to my red list here. We'll go to US 500. That's the S&P.
Futures are up.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Look at that. Beautiful price action. Phone's going off. What the hell's going on? Yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful rally there. Damn. SPY. Look at pre-market for SPY. Dang. Over 400. 401.33. 32. DGB had this random pump about half an hour ago. Very volatile. Well, sorry, let's say an hour ago. Yeah.
8%. Wow.
We got 12 minutes. 12 minutes or thereabouts. Now, boys and girls. 19 likes. Thanks for smashing the like button, guys. Appreciate that.
Dixie's at a local low at the moment, I believe.
The Dixie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly done a pullback there. I'm kind of expecting it to, well, if CPI comes out as forecast or better, as in like lower than 7.3%, then you would expect the dollar index to come out of here to the downside. If it comes in more heavy than 7.3, then maybe you'll see it break up. So we'll just have to wait and see what the data gives us. Oh yeah, by the poll. So most of you, okay, interesting. 11 votes. Most people think that the CPI is going to come out like higher than 7.3% year over year. Interesting. Right now we're gunning for 17,500 again. That's that level of resistance that has rejected us twice now. Here's the third attempt. Let's see if we can crack it. Boom. Look at that. Wow. Holy moly.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
Mate. It's not even, announcement's not even out yet.
Yeah, I know. Look at it pumping. Holy shit.
The ETH is pumping as well.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Wow. This is some hyper movement. I mean, it's not that insane, but it's pretty heavy considering how flat we've been over the last like few days.
I think that's going to go right back down. Maybe.
If you're Possibly, yeah. It could be like a massive trap. So that yellow horizontal line there is the June low. So we had that low set in for a really long time. And then, you know, FTX caused us to lose that low. Look at how it gapped up there. You see that? Oh, it's dropping now. But damn, what a push. That's very hype. We've got 9 minutes to go. Let's bring this over here. You know what? I'm going to set it up like old school, how I used to have it. So we'll have the data over here, and then we'll have the chart on this side, and we'll just give the chart a bit more real estate, but we want actual to be visible.
It's doing that movement thing again. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yeah, it's very volatile. Very volatile.
I just want to set some stop losses and watch the fireworks, but they're all going to get shorts and longs.
It's going to be very hard, yeah, to keep a lid on a trade, you know. I think so anyway. I think it would be very hard to keep a lid on it. Alright, it's gonna have to be just something like that with the screen. Sorry guys. Still see what's going on there. But I want to be here to refresh these figures. I'm just going to refresh the website. There we go. We've got our little reset buttons to keep refreshing without having to refresh the whole page, which is cool. That'll be handy.
That little push just then, Doge didn't really move at all.
DGB. Let me get up the Doge chart as well.
Doge it moved before. It didn't move anything like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Matic. Matic even moved a bit then.
Yeah, okay, so Doge has been on the run slightly. It's got a lot of room to come up, Doge.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think you're gonna see Bitcoin move first, and then the alts later, like maybe an hour or so after. Maybe, that's my theory anyway. Let's see. A whale accidentally bought on Robinhood, did he? That's Mars.
Can you actually buy, what is that stick? That volume candle was like a shit ton.
Yeah.
Oh, my finger slipped.
I mean, yeah, look, it's only gone up 1.74% from down here to the very top of that wick.
Yeah, nice.
Still good for Bitcoin though, that's a big deal. Moving that heavy. Look at this, we're almost all the way back down again. Remember, 17.5 was the breakout point, so imagine having a long open there at like super leverage, like 100x, and then taking off up to there. That would have been an easy 100% trade right there. As it broke out, damn. Beautiful trade.
Yeah, I made
So we got
$100 doing that.
Oh yeah, nice.
Very small Ethereum. Just trying to
yeah.
scalp and in this volatility.
Yeah. Ether. The Doge is at 9 cents. Bitcoin maintaining above 17,500. Still very volatile, very shaky. 5 minutes to go.
Alright, I don't think I'm going to put any trades in right now. I'm just going to watch.
Yeah, no, fair enough, man.
Might just put a cheeky stop somewhere, a cheeky buy somewhere higher.
Buy high? Or you mean like a short?
Short.
A short. Yeah.
Buy high, sell low.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're sort of pulling back here. 17.5. Yeah, you'd be very crazy and wild to be trading this price action right now, but hey, high risk, high reward, right?
Going for a cheeky 20. It's more gambling and trading.
Sibo Coop says, so glad I bought it 15.56. Literally went all in. Wow, dude, awesome. That's impressive. That's a good buy if you got in there. 15.56. So, are you talking about? What are you talking about? 15.56. Is that Ethereum? What do you mean 15.560? Okay, gotcha. 15.560 maybe? Whoop, heading back up again. It's crazy. Haven't got the data yet, but the games have already begun in the chart. Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
Whoa. That was odd. I opened another quick trade. Rick, don't judge me, Rick.
I'm not judging you, man.
And I closed it. I thought I only made, but that went up crazy high. Okay,
As long as you're not losing crazy amounts of money, that's, you know.
I'm only putting in $10 a trade at the moment.
Oh yeah. Are you using any leverage?
Yeah, 10 times to 20 times depending.
Yeah. Market buys or limit?
Limit. I
Yeah.
should do market buys though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess market entry means at least you're getting in, because like with a limit you may miss like because the price is moving too quickly.
Yeah.
And you might undershoot it and miss out. Not get filled.
That's most likely going to happen now. I don't know if it's rockets right now. I think, well, it is rockets. The rockets going up and down and around and sideways.
Yeah, they can't figure out where to go yet. The data's not out yet, so people are like just acting crazy. I think you'll see the real move like once we get the result. So we're looking, the bulls are looking for a result lower than 7.3. The bears are looking for a result higher for a dump. That's pretty much how it's. If you pull in a 7.3 exactly, then that should be like priced in, I guess. I don't know. There'll still be volatility either way. What do we got? We got less than a minute. Count is on. It's all over the shop, this volatility.
Oh, 1 times.
Keep refreshing this data. Bit of a pullback here. What do they know? 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Holy shit. Look at that.
Whoa.
We haven't even got the figure yet. Like, well, I don't have it. I don't. Oh, look at that. Way lower.
Oh,
Way lower
wow.
than.
It's gonna...
Yeah. It's a good number. Ooh, they're all lower. CPI month over month. Core CPI is lower. But damn, that was a wick. Let me delete this line so we can see what happened. Far out. Look at it. It's all over the place. I'm going to have to zoom out.
Wow, Matic. is going mad.
There you go, guys. A 7.1.
Wow.
Forecast was 7.3. We're under target. That is bullish. We've tagged 18,000 already. We've already tagged 18K.
I wonder.
The books
how
are
people
thin,
say-
by the way. The books are pretty thin right now. That's why it's moving so quickly.
I wonder if it's going to tag and then jump right down. We'll find out very shortly.
We've got 18 people in here. God, where is everyone? Everyone's missing the party. Well, we can get rid of this now. We know the results. Let me, I'm going to type them out. Just so that we've got them on the screen. I don't want to hide the price action. Sorry about that. Okay. Actual. How should I put this? CPI. Month over month.
Fuck shit up. Don't write that.
Wow. It's a 0.1%. Maybe I should write it like this, like forecast. Forecast was what now? 0.3%. CPI year over year, which is the one that everyone looks at. Forecast was 7.3%. Actual was a 7.1.
Wow, that's great for everyone involved,
CPI.
not just Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go look at the DXY in a second. Core CPI month over month. Forecast was, let me just copy this formatting out, and then we'll update it. So forecast was a 0.3, and we got a 0.2. Cool. I think that's it. Is that right? 7.3, 0.3, 7.3, 0.3. 0.3, 7.3, 0.3. 0.1, 7.1, 0.2, 0.7, 0.2. Yep. Sweet. Let's make this a bit smaller. It's a bit crazy. So that is those are our stats, guys. The writing is on the wall. Let's keep a border on that. Okay. There you
And
have
I
it,
think
guys.
as well, like,
I can get rid of this shit. Go full screen.
First
There we go.
time, is this the first time CPI has been under expected?
Oh no, there's been others. There's been others.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes in harsher, like heavier than expected, and that's when risk markets like drop. So you know, Bitcoin drops, S&P drops.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now that we've seen Bitcoin do its thing, it's the current high to beat is 18K. That's really cool. We've freaking come up to 18,000. It's really nice. And we're moving. We're still moving. So that's cool. That's very exciting. Let's just have a quick look over to the other things. Like, okay, Dogecoin moved up beautifully. The S&P 500. Boom, look at that. Holy shit. We're back over the macro trend in one hit on futures. Wow, what a move. That's a big deal. 5.7% from this low here on the S&P 500. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a big move. Let's go back to the daily. See, look, remember this day here was when Jerome Powell hinted at interest rates coming in lower than expected, and that was a 5.75% day. And this has only sort of just begun this day. Like this thing could do an impressive breakout, I think. We'll see. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but It's hard not to be emotional and excited with all this.
The next interesting pump will be when US markets
Oh,
open.
dude, look at the DXY.
Yeah, wow.
New low for the DXY. It got hammered.
Yeah, wow, look at that.
Damn. Take that, bears. All right. Yeah. That's beautiful. All right. Sweet as. Well, hopefully this undoes all the fucking SBF bullshit. Hopefully this, like, recovers the market back to where we were, at least, you know. And we can start building again. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could just be a Santa rally, as they say. By no means are we out of the bear market, obviously. It's going to take many months to get out of the bear market. But hey, this is good. This is profitable trading. And the thing is, like, even if it was bad, you still trade the bad, you know? You just want the volatility. That's what you want.
Yeah, you want it to be live.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You want it to be moving.
And
Movement.
This is good value for the macro trend overall. Like, as inflation starts to decrease, like if there is a potential bull market on the future, it will become quicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean,
kind of got a bit of FOMO from the other channels that are probably all like ranting and raving, but that's all right. That's all good. We're kicking it back. We're chilling here. But that's cool. I mainly wanted to like stream at this odd time to catch this. And you know what? There's going to be another good stream coming up, and that is the funds rate decision by Jerome Powell. You know, now that inflation has been pulled in so much lower than predicted. Well, I mean, it's not heavily much, you know, but hey, we came from a 7.7 down to a 7.1. If you want to get a visual representation of that, check this website out, Trading Economics. They've got a really nice graph. Hopefully they've got it updated now. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. See that? The drop is bigger. Wait, an 8.2 to a 7.7 is a what drop? 7.
just under 5? Just over 10%.
Is that 0.5 of a drop? That's half a percent drop, right? 8.2 to 7.7? Yeah, that's 0.5 drop. So a 7 down to a 7.1 that's a 6, that's a 0.6. That's a heavier drop than last month's drop. That's really good. Man, I'm so bad at maths. Even basic maths like that. I had to think about it. 8.2 minus 7.7 equals 0.5. Yep. And then we got, yeah, obviously 0.6. 7.7 minus 7.1. So yeah, we've got a heavier drop than last month. So it's actually accelerated. Inflation's come down, slightly accelerated. That's really cool. That's a good sign. Dollar index, that's carving out new lows. Exactly what we want to see.
Might push again right now. I don't know. I'm look at crypto, but Matic look like it's wanting to go again. But Ethereum and Bitcoin don't.
Let's check the hourly on futures and compare it to, see the SPY, like that. Obviously that doesn't have any movement yet, because it's like if we flick between them, yeah. So when the market opens, which is in less than an hour, 50 minutes from now, it'll tell us on here. Wait, it'll tell us on, yeah, there. Yeah, 49 minutes, the New York Stock Exchange opens, and then we'll get movement. And this gap is going to be mammoth, like, because we closed here, and potentially we're going to be opening up here. That's a giant gap. That's
Yeah.
sort of like this gap here. See that
It
gap
jumped
there?
3%, 0.3% on futures already.
Yeah.
Oh well, Matic's climbing.
The scary thing about gaps is they can get filled. Like the price can come down to fill it, but doesn't always have to. Like, I mean, this gap got left open. It hasn't been filled yet either. Yeah, gaps. There's no like hard set rule saying that a gap has to be filled. I mean, it can fill another time. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's been a lot of gaps lately in the last few months. It's been like gaps all over the place. Lots of volatility.
So the overall CPI was over 0.1%.
Yeah, all of the figures came back really nice. Yeah, all the inflation figures came back lower, which is excellent. Even if some of them are 0.1%, like it's. But yeah, dude. Now we know. Now we know the difference between PPI and CPI, right? PPI doesn't really do much. I mean, there was still some volatility there, but it's nothing compared to what CPI pulls in. You know, core inflation.
It's also interesting because like CPI is very much related to a lot of like housing, fuel,
Yeah.
transport indicators as well. So I think it's good overall.
To give you a comparison, I'll circle PPI on the chart, and then obviously this is CPI, what we just pulled in. But PPI was right here. See that up down wick? So yeah, it's only like a third, or even maybe a quarter of the activity you get off a CPI. It's the big boy. And then yeah, funds rate. Look, it's not far away. We've only got to wait. We're on the hour chart, aren't we? Let's see. Let's say this hour's over. We've only got to wait a day and 5 hours. That's going to come up quick. It's 5 in the morning for me. 5 a.m. I'll have to set my alarm. I'm definitely not staying up all night for that. I'm gonna get an early night and wake up at like 4:30, something like that, and turn my stream on.
I'm sure you could go into our chats and talk some shit there, but we all appreciate you here.
Yeah, I could pop in. I don't know if B would like that though. Like me bringing my YouTube in. I don't know. I'll just do it. He can tell me off if it's a problem.
B's got envy of your 19 viewers or whatever it is to his 8.
19.
Oh no!
Oh man. Fuck it. I'm gonna go in and say g'day. Do you have access to his?
No, I haven't asked yet. I'll get around to it one day.
How do you do it? I don't even know the rules to get in.
I haven't even looked it up.
B FUDs, I think. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna hop across. You'll hear me through YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
You'll hear me talking.
I'm probably going to bed soon anyway, but yeah, cheers.
So yeah, I'm going to bed pretty soon too. I kind of want to go to bed and then like have the excitement of waking up and seeing what happened to the price, like whether it's still up or you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. It would. A lot of people are predicting that Bitcoin's going to come down significantly now, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the funds rate, if we get a major pivot from the Fed, then yeah, that can cause a dump. Like in the history of pivots, it causes a really bad dump for some reason. It's like I don't know what causes it, but yeah, we got to be careful of that. But anyway, we've got a day and 5 hours of this CPI positivity going on. So yeah, we won't be dumping right now. I don't think so anyway. I think we should get a solid day of bull action out of this. Hopefully, fingers crossed. It's off to a good start. Anyway, I'm gonna hop across.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks for coming into the Discord and keeping me company, dude. Appreciate that. All right, I'll catch you later. All right, let's hop across to B's channel. He's probably gonna tell me off, but I don't care. It's just
Have given you a hint that it was going to continue down.
Well, I mean, it's insane at 106. I mean, that just the world we can't support 106.
how are them
But
results,
it
boys and
continues to
girls?
stay that. This is confusing, in my opinion. Confusing.
Good morning, Rick. Or
Morning.
good evening.
I should say
Good night.
I've got my stream on right now. I don't know if B would be happy with that or not, but I thought I'd pop in and say good day.
Good
Good
day.
day,
Good
mate.
day.
Good day, mate. Yeah, damn. All those inflation figures coming in lower than forecast was, yeah, beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
someone said Q4 was a shitty year. As of right now,
Right.
we are at almost an all-time high for the year.
There you go. Damn. man.
And my projection still stands that by Q2 we will be at or near all-time highs ever
Yeah.
for the legacy market.
So why does a positive reaction to positive news confuse all the analysts so much?
Well,
Yeah,
it isn't
it's not
that.
confusing to
We
me.
did not think that CPI data would come out like that. We thought it'll be about the same. Maybe it'll tick down, maybe a tick up, etc. We did not expect this big a good a number for CPI.
Yeah.
I expected it because the housing market's rolling over and gas prices are coming down.
I mean,
Well,
if you
gas
if you
prices have been
think
coming down for
if you think
months.
that Trueflation website is anything to go by, yeah, I mean, we sort of saw this coming,
No.
you know.
Clive, you say gas prices has been coming down for months, but I've been paying almost $7, dollars for a gallon. And
That's a lot.
I just bought gas for like under $5.
That's
What's
a lot less than you paid 6 months ago, though. It's come down every day for it was 130 days in a row. It came down everywhere.
What's the news?
CPI data great.
Yeah,
Great.
everything come in lower than forecast, which is bullish, which is very good for markets. And DXY is dumping.
Yeah.
New lows on the
Yeah, I mean-
DXY. Yeah. As you would expect.
I'm too scared to trade for the next hour.
Man, S&P futures, have you seen
You
that?
should be.
Have you seen the S&P 500
3%.
futures? Fucking crazy.
Yeah, the SPY is up 3%. I mean, it's been beaten down so hard that maybe it was time. You know.
Yeah.
Don't
Agreed.
give me
Lower.
that fucking shit, Clive.
Don't-
We were talking
yeah.
about this shit yesterday. You
Oh, I don't. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Now, oil is starting to go back up. It rose yesterday. We're currently trading at 74.68.
There you go.
I still think we're going to back to $110 a barrel.
I'm over
By
here
mid
just
next
having
year.
fun.
Yeah, I sold a large portion of my bag here. I only have a little bit left now, and
Nice, B. See, dreams do come true.
maybe it's nice, but fucking now we just got news that the report is good.
There you
no.
go.
Okay, but
Hey B, by the way, I did a CPI stream, and my stream is in here if you don't mind. Like, there's 20 people watching, and I'm sure they're all aware of your channel. So shout out to B's channel.
Did you think
Hey.
CPI would come in at six something?
You what? Sorry,
Did you think CPI was going to come in at that number?
at 6%? No. The 6% is the current 2-day reading by Trueflation. So this report, as you know, Clive, this report is looking at the previous month. So this is basically what happened in November, a 7.1.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's as
that
good as data gets. You could. I don't think you can do it day by day, et cetera, because it depends on what regionality. There's all sorts of things on a day-to-day basis that can skew the results.
right.
Looking back a month, they do revisions the next month and move the needle elsewhere. They even think that every 30 days, every 6 weeks is too soon.
Well,
that
that's
you need,
why.
Go ahead.
But-
Go ahead, please.
Sorry, man. That's why this is coming in at, like, I'll put it in general, yeah? So Trueflation is the blue line, and then the government reported CPI figures, which come out monthly, as you know, that's the aqua line below it. So you can see it's not totally accurate. It was actually reading in a lot higher inflation there. It was going up as high as 12%, and we know it never went that high.
The CPI number is reported, but the Fed produces the CPI number every 6 weeks. So you only get 9 a year.
Something
There's a
like
difference
that.
between that number. You can do it daily, you can do a monthly, but the Fed's number, which is the most important, is every 6 weeks.
Okay, so right now we're in conflict with like TA and goddamn
Fundamental, well, news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we have hook. Like, I'm still gonna short it. You know, like we have the fucking hook.
Well, I would agree with you, B, in this regard. And as far as you're talking about crypto, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. In that regard, I would totally agree with you. The SBF coming out, I think there's going to be major shakeups in the exchanges.
Every
For him to be arrested this fast is unprecedented. They usually take anywhere from 2 to 5 years before they arrest somebody.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that
retracements.
I'm glad that they got their shit together.
Have you heard some of the things he said in his interviews, man? They were incriminating.
Say again?
Some of the things he said in his interviews are incriminating.
Well, yeah, he admitted some stuff, etc. But what is he going to do? He's going to lawyer up. He can't lawyer up.
Either
he gave the
he's
prosecutors what they needed, and all his lawyers have been dumping them.
Dude, either he's extremely cocky and he's like completely out of touch with reality, or he's extremely stupid, or both, for talking so much after the fact.
Lawyers are like,
the only thing I can think of is his lawyers told him to take a course of "I'm insane."
Right.
No,
I see.
No, his lawyers are like, okay, so you don't have to talk to anybody. And he's like, oh, but I've scheduled so many interviews already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't
gotta
get
follow
it.
through.
I think he's bipolar, and he's gonna do what he wants, and he realizes the consequences, and he's just running straight into their arms. He's gonna get 15 years. That's my projection.
How long do you think he's going to
30-year-old,
survive
that is a long time, and he'll come out the other end.
Thanks, Hey Noodle. Thanks,
that's,
Noodle, for that
that's the
super
question
chat.
is, the sentence is not the craziest, but is he going to survive?
He'll survive. He'll survive.
The day he walks out of the jail.
Gonna get
They'll
mangled
put him in a
jail,
minimum
that guy.
security. The question is, does he commit? The act.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say it.
That's
I don't know at 30 years old if I would. I mean, I think they're going to put him under psychiatric observation for a long time.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get Epstein, right?
Yeah. Hey, is Luke in here or TD?
Epstein.
I wanted to kind of find out what the mindset is here. If I could, Luke, TD, are you in here? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm in here, B. But just give me a minute. I'm getting set up on my computer.
Okay, you guys can continue talking until Luke's ready.
Oh, thank you.
But Clive, he's doing the same thing as Scarelli did. He's acting like an ass, basically.
Okay, listen. Every time, just remember, guys. Every time we do a 2-step up like this, remember, you're doing the face to the next cat. This was the top of the right ear. It wouldn't be uncommon for us to start going down to retest at 0.5 and then start a body sideways before we drop and then go for the next tail.
You're
correct?
Not streaming, are you?
No, but you know the movement. I mean,
Yeah,
right now
but
we're forming. We just on the 1 minute did the small cat again. We did the ass down. Now we have the first two green candles. That's the attempt. You held a higher low. If it goes obviously to the top of the right ear, that's your break point. If it decides to go up, 18.2 and above is your next target. With that being said, being below 18.2-ish area right now also can put into works of this being your climb to your rejection. And we know what happens when we don't go above a previous high, especially one that we've been waiting for. We go retest the bottom, or at least the 50, the 0.5 fib, I'm sorry. And on that whole move, that could take you down, it's from 17 to 17.9. You'd go back down to like 17.5 area. Do an SR flip right there. The previous climb we just had, I think this was early this morning, right? Yeah, at 5 o'clock. So that's, I hope this thing pitches a tail, but it'll bring us to the answer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if it doesn't go above the 18.2, I'm pretty sure shorting would be my next move at least. But we'll see, man. It's got some volume here,
where are those liquidation levels at this point for sure?
Well, look at the chart, bro. That's the fun part about.
So
I got my stop at 17.3 right now. It's well into profit, but it's for the the break of the 50 of the tail and then giving it a little breathing room there. But if you pull that from the very bottom of the move on the 4 hour up to where we just came, if you look at it as like the tail we just did, if that did a full retrace and then you go to test the 50 on the bigger move, that's like 16,970 or something like.
Agreed. Yep. I don't know. I have something at 16,685. Does that make sense to you? I don't know where this is probably a 0.5 I put previously. 16.6.
Yeah, I misspoke. 16,739 is where I'm showing.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what happens, man, lately, and I say it how I see it. When I see this move, usually the full retracement's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point you're at. We did the squeeze. The squeeze was the first cat from 4 Fridays ago. The second one was behind it. The third one, we completed the tail today. That was the tail for the 3. It brought you above every single right ear, brought you right below the major one, which is 18.8, 2 area. It's a perfect play for a rejection. That would be a beautiful hook on like the 4 hour, and see you later. But now is the funny part, because if the Fed meeting, the numbers came out lower today, what's tomorrow? Is tomorrow the bad news? And I don't even know what it is tomorrow. But
no, we've got funds rate coming up in a day, in 24 hours, basically.
Okay.
So that's basically them saying, like, well, he's already, Jerome Powell in that meeting like a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, where he said we're likely to ease on the hawkishness, like the hike's not going to be as severe. It's still going to hike, but it's not going to be as heavy as previous hikes, which is a good thing, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not fully around. I'm not on top of the definition behind a pivot. Is it either when they start backing it off, or is it when they totally like stop hiking altogether? Because it's still a hike. Like a 50 basis point hike is still a hike, but it's a drop from the 75 that they've done in the last 2 rate decisions. Yeah.
Hey Rick, Tim here.
Yo,
I
Tim.
think pivot should be, I think that definition, I know people have been thinking about that. I thought about it and I've decided pivot is when they start not just backing off, but actually reversing the numbers.
Yeah,
So as
yeah,
long
I
as it's going
gotcha.
up, that's to me that's a
That's not a
softening.
pivot.
It's not going up.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's
that
like you're
to me, yeah,
decelerating. If you think about it in a car, a pivot would be a U-turn in a car, like going the other direction.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I would use their language, a softening.
right.
So they're not going to go up as much as the last one. So
Yeah,
if it's less than the last one, that's a softening. But it's not a pivot until they actually stop.
yeah,
And when they stop, that's not a pivot either. They've just stopped raising the rates.
yeah,
And who knows? They might come back and raise them again if something happens. But at the point where they actually lower it, that's what I would call a pivot. Just from
yeah.
my own
Makes sense, man.
mind.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So a price that
Well,
I
I would
think
go
we
with
should
that.
pay attention to, by the way, you know how we violently dropped after FTX, right? But the initial bounce, the dead cat bounce, it came up to 18,200. Well, technically 18,199. So that, obviously the high we've achieved so far is 18,000. So that would be the next, like if we can get above 18, there's going to be a bit of, there'd be some supply at that level, I think. You could probably see it already on the order books if it's waiting there to be filled. But yeah.
Check like that 0.5 fib 17, the first one here, 17. If you have an order book, maybe 17,548 area from the previous move to.
How many months
Yeah,
were we? How many months were we staring at that June low of 17,622? It was like a good 3 or 4 months, wasn't it?
Well,
June
that's
low?
the beauty about these 0.5 fibs, you see, is that it's like OG was saying, you can keep these on your chart, these major ones, when you see you've done such a big move, and they play out over and over and over. You just have to see, go through the time frames. This is a beautiful example, and yeah, I mean, that's it. This was a beautiful example. It's really nice. We said yesterday the meeting would come out. We'd probably hover around the 17.1 area, and then there'd be either a down and an up or just an up. And then if we push to the 18, we would have maybe a rejection, right? If you have a rejection, 17.5 was the first target. That was the first target that we hit today. Like you're saying, how much did we think? How much did we see that 17.6 area previously? Well, the good thing is that I feel it goes level by level, right? It's like checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's the next checkpoint? It's what you said, like it's 18, just below 18.2. But that still doesn't mean like there's still two solid bearish plays that could happen in this. One is you double top at that 18.2. That brings you on a right ear down automatically for me on the 4 hour, which is no bueno. And the next one is that we are in the next formation that I think we still come down to about 17.5. That becomes our area of support, or where we play around for the next few days. That will give us the cat's body again, and rinse and repeat. And then you do the ass down, you retest your lower fibs, and then boom, the tail again brings you this time around to like I said earlier, like 21 and above. So we'll see, man. Within a week, I think.
So just
Stop telling them where it's going.
Just for some perspective,
it's okay. I give myself the I don't give a definite. I just give it what I see.
Just to give some perspective on where we came from, yeah. That June low that we achieved, 17,600 and whatever. It's been 143 days. Price was above that. FTX caused us to break a new low, right? As we all know. So that's 4.7 months, like almost 5 months that that we were, you know, above that low. So we've spent how many days under? It's been 35 days. So we've been a month underneath that low, and now we've just reclaimed it. So we're up on top of it again. So the big, I guess the big move, the big statement will be if we can maintain support above 17.6. That's going to be like the writings on the wall kind of thing, that we've reclaimed that price level. Not to mention we're in a mammoth falling wedge, by the way, as well. So there's that. Sorry, go ahead, Tim.
AB, are you still around?
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, I mean, where we are is just under, looking at the weekly and the monthly, it's pretty clear to see we're just under a fairly heavy resistance, you know, at 18,000. It'd take a lot to break through that, but, and really, I don't know if that 17.5 is gonna hold out. It remains to be seen. I would probably
Tim.
put my money on. Let me just finish the thought. I would probably put my money on that 16,800 level again, but because today was, you know, a spike up. You know. Yes, please go ahead.
No, I was saying, look at the resistance at like 19, like 18.8, and just that range we stayed in for a minute on the 4 hour. That should be fun. When we hit that.
Yeah, it's 18,000 and then 19,000, and I wouldn't doubt it if we see some at 20. Let's see.
I guess
Oh
always.
yeah, I'm convinced we going right here up, man.
I suppose you always, like, even though this is all awesome and everything, you still have to be cautious. Like, don't get too carried away, because that's where they trap you. So we all have to be sort of careful and mindful that anything can happen. But other than that, yeah, it's looking nice for like a bit of a relief rally here. It'd be really cool if we reclaimed all the damage that got done by FTX, like for price. If we can get back up above 19K, you know, that'd be awesome.
Are you here?
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Is Luke not here yet? Fuck,
Oh,
dude.
Luke.
How long?
He was.
I'm here. I just asked for you a minute ago.
Okay, so here's my conundrum, right? TA wise, this is the perfect short entry. Buy the rumor, sell the news, perfect entry. Now, my question is, fundamental wise, the economy's in a better state. Should I be even shorting this? Is the question, right? And everything else is pointing to yes, this is the perfect short. Like, this is what I was waiting for. The only difference is what was said during that meeting. So, how do you fucking what do you think about that?
You can lose up to 7 times and still win, right? So
This is where you take a breather.
Well, I'm already in the trade. I shorted this shit. I don't give a fuck. But I have my stop loss.
Okay.
But my question is, like, what do you feel about this, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, we've really run up into this number, and then had this move up after this number, and then it's good. There's no question about it. I mean, fundamentally, this is good news. But like you're saying, are you gonna play this as a sell the news thing? Like, if we have the Fed come out tomorrow and say now they're gonna do a 0.5% increase instead, then that's really showing that things are going the way that they are wanting it to go. But we've all seen that chart, right? That what happens after the Fed pivot.
Yes.
So
scary.
Yeah. So while all of this is bullish news and all of that stuff, yeah, I mean, I'm underwater in a ton of shorts right now. on the market. So, but I haven't closed anything yet.
I just entered. I use this situation. Look here, I'll explain to you my situation. So I entered a short at 18,400 with a stop loss of $30 loss, and that got stopped out. And then I caught the top of this right here, and I put $100 stop loss on this one, which I'm okay with losing $100. I also currently am like $50 in the red or $60 in the red on the SPX FTF ETF. And I put that I already had 1,000. I had mentioned earlier today that it's going to the point at which I thought it was going to go, and I have 1,500 to buy to purchase that short ETF to add in. Right, this is like all going according to plan. Like this move here to the exact price that it's going to. This is all according to plan. But what isn't going according to plan is what was said in the meeting. So that's the only thing that's kind of fucking me up, because it doesn't really affect this move, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news, a hook, right? But it does affect the long-term TA that I have in the background going on, right? So if this
I mean,
really
does it
is,
though? Like this, I mean, this should be exactly what you're looking for in your TA, given the chart that you see from what happens after the Fed pivots.
Can
I guess, but the question is, okay, so what exactly? You said that this is like great, like unprecedented. That like this is.
I didn't say this is unprecedented.
No, but like this is like way above expectation, right? Like it's like crazy, right?
No, I'm just no.
It's not. No,
It's
no, no.
not
This
way
is.
above expectation. It is kind of the expectation. You know,
Yeah, dude.
It's meeting market expectations, which were bullish, and so since the market expectations were bullish so far, and the data has come out bullish, then we've seen this move up. But the question is then, so
Well, I'm asking the data. The data was above like crazy above expectations. No, like they're
Yeah, trueflation.com, dude.
To be good,
Go to
and the data was
trueflation.com.
even better
It
than
gives
they
you
thought.
the answers right there as to the
well,
trajectory.
I'm at work. It's just when I got in here, people said it was like the fucking numbers were fucking great, way better than expected.
The
And I was
data,
like, oh,
the data was expected to be good and bullish, and it was even better than they expected it to be.
Yes.
Oh, okay, but nothing like groundbreaking, right? Nothing like
nothing
crazy.
earth-shattering. It's just going in the right direction. Yeah.
Okay.
Clive said great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's what kind of confused me. Yeah. Okay. Right.
I don't know. Now that SBF's arrested, this could be like the start of a narrative shift. You know how like markets move by narrative kind of thing. At least with crypto. I don't know. We'll see. See what kind of stories come out of the woodwork.
All right. Bye.
See you, B.
Of course, you saw that.
Good job,
See you later,
TA.
B. Take
Good
it
job
easy.
with your TAB. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Rick, did you see and everyone else, did you see that this morning Binance put a hold on
Yes, USDC withdrawals.
Yeah. And the guy said something like, well, put a hold on that because we have to use dollars in New York to do those transactions, and the banks aren't open, and later on when they're open, we'll clear this all up. That's a little bit of a worry sign for me. But, read it as you will.
Yeah, Binance, those proof of their holdings was done by a shady institution. So
there's that. You guys were talking about that earlier. Yeah. And then a bunch of people want to get their money out and they can't handle it.
Yeah, even Coinbase had my problem cleared up today, but
how's those hey look, New York Stock Exchange is opening in 16 minutes. Pre-market's way up, like 411.
Now let's
SPY.
see if they fuck us.
My TQQQ speed is up like 9%.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess it's really hard to keep a level head for me in moments like these when things move so fast and yeah. Anyway, just got to keep it real. Got to keep it stable.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely have to wait to see if we're above 18.2 or because I don't know, man. Like I get these sick feelings in me when I see charts.
Well, dude,
When
we've
I
got
get like,
we've got a lot of
I'm
what do you
telling you,
call
it
it?
could be a hard
PTS.
rejection off 18.
Yeah, dude, we've had months of it. PTSD of just anytime there's any kind of optimism, we're scared because it burns you. It traps the bulls.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And this would be the right spot for it.
Yeah, it
Just
feels like it.
saying,
Hey.
if it doesn't go above, man, I'm like waiting for a reaction.
Well, hey,
I
like I
really
said
think
before,
it'll like do a quick drop.
Well, it didn't.
that
we didn't
pivot,
even
man.
hit 18.
That
We didn't
pivot
hit
we
18,
hit.
right?
18.2 was the pivot from 11th of November. That's a very sharp and like distinct pivot right there. So yeah, that could be your swing failure, like just above 18.2 and then dump. But we'll see.
But then you've got just the number 18,000 psychologically is.
Yes, and that's why we're
resistance,
exactly, and
It's that
that's what we've hit right now. And did you notice right before we took off, it was 17.5, the big round number? Like perfectly 17,500 was where we hit it 3 times before breaking it. Yeah. Oh, it was the third. It was the third approach.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, the third approach smashed it. Yeah. But yeah,
I still have no doubt in my mind that if we go above 18.2, we're going to 21.5. It's going to complete that formation. That'll be your target.
Can you see Bitcoin winding up right now on the 1 minute? It's like an ascending triangle.
Yes.
Yeah, ascending triangle.
Do.
That'll be interesting to see how this breaks out, because it's definitely squeezing right now.
That 1850 is that breakdown point that we were at. 1884. We go through that, we could just pop right up to 19.
Invert.
You're not, man.
Invert your chart.
Well,
it's certainly hard not to be bullish on that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think like an institution, because with moves like this, it's got to be institutional trading that's making these big moves. So, if you were an institution right now, what would you be thinking?
They're already pulling profits on this move and waiting for the next one.
Yeah, I'm thinking there was like the run up on it. There was probably a lot of insider trading going on, honestly. With the prior to the release, like there's probably a lot of insiders that already knew that the data was going to be like pretty good or better than expected. So
see, look, Clive just said selling.
And that explains like the big move up, but also you can see those things in the chart before the data is ever released. Like you can see price action in the chart before data ever comes out. But anyway, real quick, I can't really talk a lot, but I heard you guys like talking about like the Fed pivot and whatever. The thing is, I don't know what they're doing. Nobody really knows what they're doing, like as far as like the market goes. But what I think the Fed pivot is, like basically a pivot like refers to like tightening or loosening monetary policy. So like basically I think that a true pivot is not really going to happen until they like start printing money again, like until they start getting comfortable with inflation enough to where they're like, okay, we can start printing money again, and then we can take that money, we can put it back in the market and friggin' double it again, so when they stop printing money and they start tightening monetary policy, like that was a pivot, and they said like, hey, we're reducing inflation is way too high, we're reducing our balance sheet, we're freaking like we're gonna start like raising interest rates, we're gonna start hiking, You know, so when they stop hiking and they start printing money again, that's when the true pivot is going to happen, in my opinion. But as far as the data being,
can I back you up for just 1 second, because you got a lot to say, which is great. I want to hear it. But you said that this was maybe some. Just let me clarify. Were you saying that you think this was due to insider trading?
just like the rapid price action, yeah.
I don't know about that.
For me, I'm gonna disagree, because it's worldwide. It's every friggin' market.
I think it. You know what I think it is? I think it's real, valid volume. This is good news. Like, this is no manipulation. This is legitimate, reaction to the good news. Like, it's just, there's no manipulation. There's no like false moves in this. This is all just
pressure.
No, I'm not
it's natural. It's pretty natural to me, I think.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's false or manipulative. I'm just saying there was plenty of people that knew about it before we knew.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like
as usual,
before there was
right?
a warning.
It's
as usual.
Hedge funds.
Yeah.
Hedge funds.
Dude, you could see it on trueflation.com. You could see. We could all see it.
Yeah.
Inflation's been coming down for weeks.
Yeah,
According
what
to
is
that.
this change the term? Not insider trading, because maybe there's another term for what you were thinking. Because insider trading, that's like
Front
5
running.
cents here.
All right.
It is illegal. And
It's
punishable
front
for
running.
jail.
Yeah, it is illegal. Yeah.
It's a hedge
I
fund.
mean, Bitcoin's moved $1,000. I don't see why that's considered insider trading.
So measured Kev is the one to take credit on this trueflation. He told us about this measured Kev, right? I'm sharing my screen
I
in
showed you
chat
it,
here.
Rick.
Oh, you
I
okay?
showed you.
Well, I don't know. I learned it.
Did it, Rick? You just
I don't
went
know.
along with it.
I learned it off him. If you thought you showed it, I was like, okay, hang on a minute. I don't remember that.
You just told me about it fucking 5 minutes ago, Rick. You just fucking taught me about it. How the fuck did you...
Anyway, okay, look. The point is,
insider
there's
knew about it.
I got a quick question.
They started.
Hey, Rick first. Let Rick finish. I'm sorry I interrupted you, Rick. I cause bad habits in here. Go ahead, Rick. Then Qui-Gon. Then.
It's all good. Oh, see, Qui.
Okay, back. Okay, so Ocean, you just skipped Qui in the line. Good job. Okay, go.
Yeah, no,
Rick,
that was it.
Qui,
It was just that website. I'll put it up in the general chat for you guys.
I said I can't talk long, but yeah, that's.
Okay.
I think insiders they knew that something was up beforehand. They started front running. Other people were like, "Hey, okay, we're gonna bet with this. We're gonna bet with this trend because it looks good, even though we don't know for sure. It looks good, so we're gonna place our bets and see what happens." And then that's what I think all this price action came from. Like, I don't think it's manipulative or anything. I think it was just people being really optimistic about what was going to happen, and what happened was good.
Though.
I think the price went up because fucking Turbo caught it, and Elon trades off Turbo's TA. That's it.
Elon. I don't think he looks at charts.
I don't know. The spike came out
in any case. I think
at the price
I think
at the
the
time.
good news.
Yeah, I
the
don't
good
know.
news could be the start. I don't think it's a pivot. Like, I don't think this is a pivot per se, but it could be the start of a pivot, especially if they decide, hey, we're not going to do 75 basis points. We're gonna go down to 50, and if they only raise it 50 from now on, and then when we get to the point where it's like they stop raising rates, then it's like, okay, they're not raising rates anymore. That's pretty bullish. And then when inflation gets way down to the point where it's like, okay, we're gonna start printing money again, that's the bull market.
Okay, Ocean.
I front ran this trade. Am I an inside trader?
You are. Bad boy.
No, you're a good analyst.
I ran this based off the cap. So, did I inside trade?
No, you can see when people are buying in the charts. I'm just saying we don't know.
You just used the wrong words.
What I mean by insider trading is they knew before everyone else. So they front ran the trade because they knew before everyone else. And that buying pressure caused like optimism, which caused the momentum to shoot us upwards.
That's the job of a hedge fund.
Well, here's what I did. yesterday I was the contrarian for what some people were saying at the time. I don't know what happened after I left, but I thought, okay, maybe we'll pop up. It's happened before, and maybe it's gonna happen again. But I kind of forgot, oh, what time is that thing? And I was having some coffee, and then it popped, and I jumped in, traded it, and made made two good trades on the euro US dollar. And now I'm shorting BTC.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Trading.
Good
I'm
job.
I'm
trading.
shorting it too,
I'm
baby.
trading. I want to hear
Boom.
trader chat
Bye-bye.
Be
here.
careful, guys. Be careful shorting BTC here.
Tim called it.
Well,
4
you never
minutes.
know.
One thing when B was shorting it, but now fucking everybody's shorting it. This shit's going up. Fuck.
Get wrecked.
It was only B before that. Now that it's everybody.
Matches, I disagree.
Well-
If you're going to short, this would be a good area to short at right here. Not necessarily wait for another pop up. Like this is a good spot to short.
I think we're about to feel a bit of a wave come in because Nasdaq is open in 4 minutes.
Well,
3.5
that's
minutes.
fine, but it's consolidating tightly, so just be careful.
For what it is in general.
It's like 3 peaks in some formation.
This
You
is
could
going to
have
be
a dome house to this, but
this is going to be a hell of a gap up. I mean, it already is, right? Pre-market's way
So-
above the close from yesterday.
Insider trading is just knowing about shit before other people know about it because you're privy to extra knowledge. So I threw in general what it is. Hold on. I threw in general what it is. Insider trading involves trading in a public company's stock or other securities by employees with non-public material information about the company. Insider trading can either be illegal or legal depending on when the insider makes the trade and the laws of the country the person is in.
So you're just saying the federal government is in cahoots with this because that's what you're pretty much saying. Is that the
No,
federal
just
government
people-
is
Yeah.
insider trading?
Quiet, can I just say, dude, this was like the forecast was positive for days, and that was very public. Like everyone knew about the positive forecast. Yeah.
Then-
So I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. I
exactly,
don't think
dude.
there's like I don't think there's
That was
like a
public
case of
knowledge.
insider trading. I don't think there's a case of insider trading to the traditional sense of it. You know, like where a company's going bankrupt, but it's a secret, and these people know about it before the public know. You know what I mean? Like
No, but it was public knowledge that the data was expected to be good.
Yeah.
But nobody knew that it was going to be better than expected, except for maybe people that were privileged with extra knowledge that the public doesn't have.
Yeah, but
That's all
it
I
wasn't-
meant by insider trading.
Not yet.
The news wasn't that great.
Yeah,
this
so
is where the
if-
fun
if-
begins.
Yeah,
Oh,
if there's
sorry.
any, I just
You're
want to say, if
talking
there
about
was,
companies that have trillions of dollars worth of assets that could overrun the market. The Fed does not leak this data. As Rick said, a lot of the data was already evident if you look deep for it, and they do. We know that they are smart people on there. But if a company has $1 trillion under assets, they could. There's just no way the Fed is releasing that data.
Well, it's not even the release of data. Can't you do the same calculations that the Fed does? Can't you do that as a private entity and get an estimate of what it's going to be anyway?
You can do.
Well, there's a
estimate.
website for it.
Yeah, there's like a
But
whole
There's a whole website built for it.
a free one, right, Rick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
Well, let me put it this way. I
Wait,
I
let
work
Clive
for the
finish.
Fed.
Clive's talking. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't hear.
You can do the data analysis, etc., but it's also going to be how the market, the institutions, etc., react to that information, their algos, etc. You cannot look at anything and say the algo is going to react this way because they're going to parse their data to an extent that they're going to take certain news certain ways, etc. And remember, algos go against algos. They're counter trading. You've got one algo from Bear and Stearns. You've got an algo from BlackRock. You've got an algo from JP Morgan. They're all trying to outwit each other.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, there's the bell. Look at that gap up.
Get ready to rumble!
Market open. So I got a question, Clive. Clive, this is an important question. Are you buying right now or selling?
He's
out. He's doing trading.
I am selling like a mother.
He already said
I have dumped 600 already this morning.
Yeah, all I'm doing is I sold everything already except for a small portion that I can't sell because it's staking. I have like a couple of thousand in each project, but I can't sell them because they're staking. So, but everything else that was loose, sold it. Now I'm waiting for a dip.
Here's my 3-day rule. After this, I'm going to be buying and selling small lots, under $50,000. But I am not going to take any heavy positions until next week.
Okay. Why is that? Is there any? Do you have any TA reason why? That's what I'd like to know. Like what? What if you were to do TA? If you were to do TA, or if you do TA, I think you do a little bit of technical analysis. What do you actually look at when you do technical analysis? Because I think with the amount of fundamental understanding of the market that you have, if you had applied a little bit of technical analysis to it in the way that we do, I think you would have seen this move pretty apparent. And you can weigh one versus the other. You can weigh your fundamental knowledge with the technical, and at times give priority to one over the other. But I think
I do one thing and one thing only. I follow momentum and I follow RSI. I actually use the UO, which is a little more robust, but all I do is momentum.
Ultimate oscillator.
Yes, that's correct. That's your old school.
Yep.
By the way,
and only 5% of my entire folio is day trading. The other things, yes, exactly, Strings. I look at volume and RSI, and that's all I do for day trading. Now, swing trading is a little more. I do look at the chart. I draw my lines, etc., in my head. Okay, and I look at those aspects for swing trading. That's anywhere from 2 days to 30 days. And the long term, I'm looking at very much the fundamentals of the company and plan to hold 2 to 5 years. Over.
I just wanted to mention this little price drop in BTC down to 17,850 around there, in case you're scalping.
Are we going to fill this S&P? Do you reckon we're going to fill this S&P gap? This massive gap?
That's a big gap.
That's a huge gap. Yeah.
We just left a huge gap behind on the S&P and the Dow Jones. The one on the Dow is even fucking bigger, so that shit's probably going to be filled, if you ask me.
Turboski got that 408 we were talking about yesterday, and then some.
Whether or not we start trending, we start
410 to be fair.
Yeah.
Or if we continue to trend up, I don't know, but it's going to be a. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Ma, should I buy Ma?
Hey, Ma.
Ma! Clive said it's going down again.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a big gap to fill. It's got a lot of price to come down if it's going to fill it.
Do you got the volume to fill it?
Ooh.
Make sure you leave behind some liquidity.
A lot of volume, mate.
Did we
Probably
break
came
that
from
trend?
Matic.
Did we break the descending trend line on the SPY?
Oh hell
Are we
yeah!
still in it?
We broke it.
Huh?
Yeah, I think maybe this pullback will be the back test potentially. You know, we might even go back underneath it, to be honest. But hey, pretty impressive that it smashed like outside of it like that in that way. Anyway, I think B should get a webcam if he doesn't have one already, and then use this filter. It's like an
What
anime
filter?
filter. I've got it on my stream right now. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
I'm
Hell,
not
hell
on.
yeah, dude, that shit was
it's an anime filter. So like,
Does it give me big boobies or something?
No,
it's,
Jim makes you look like one of your characters.
it's male. It's a male.
I don't see it on your screen.
That's kind of
Nah.
gay, dude.
It's kind of gay. I put it in the general chat. Scroll up a little.
Okay.
So everything's up. It looks like a lot. Well, it looks like a lot of shit is up. But yeah, I think I think it's likely to try to fill that gap. I don't know how long it's going to take to do it, and then maybe we still continue to trend up after that, or people could sell the news and say, hey, well, friggin', we bought last week, or we bought 2 weeks ago, or you know, we bought a month ago. We're going to take profits now because it is still before the end of the year. It is still December. So people that bought like a month or two ago could be taking profits as well. But as far as the whole insider trading thing, like, just to put it this way, say I work for the Fed and you work for like a hedge fund or institution, or you're like the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or something. We go to lunch, we start talking. I start talking to you guys about how, like, you know, inflation is looking good. It's looking like the data, like I have all this data that to go off of, and all these analytics to go off of that, like, nobody even really knows about. Like, it's not like public knowledge. And we start talking, and I start saying that it's looking really good. And then you guys go out and buy a bunch of stuff and front run the market. Like, that's like, you know, like, you don't have to leak data to the press for stuff like that to happen. People could just be buddies.
In this hypothetical meeting, are we sipping
Wait.
tap water? Are we sipping tap water or mineral water? I just want to know.
Clyde,
Are we
check
sipping
for
in this meeting?
Chardonnay, because we're gonna take money from the freaking retail investors that buy the top of the green.
Yeah, for me, Qui-Gon, I think anytime that topic came up at that lunch, the guy working, if he's a dedicated professional, is going to say, I can't comment on that. If he kind of said it the way you said it, he would be looking at jail time.
And that'll probably be the last time they have that meeting. That's the last time they have that dinner.
I'm pretty sure the
that
Fed
meeting-
wouldn't leak shit like
I don't
that.
think
It's their jobs at stake. Like, yeah, there's a very obvious paper trail. There'd be evidence. Like, yeah, it'd be very dumb for them to. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, how is there a paper trail and evidence if we're just sitting having lunch and I'm discussing things with you? Like, you know what I mean? You can't prove that I leaked anything. It's not like I leaked anything to the press. It's not like I went to the press and said, hey, guys, yo, check this out. Like, inflation's doing way better than we thought it was going to go by.
You know,
I got a question for you then, Quiet. What's different this time about any other time? Because we have, like, anytime data comes out, we have movements that occur beforehand that could easily be somebody knowing what's happening. What's different this time?
There's nothing. There's nothing different.
So,
yeah.
So every single data release is market manipulation, or is insider trading if somebody profited
Like
off
front running, yeah.
Is that what you're like? Are you calling
Is
every
that the
single
point?
run of a move insider trading, basically?
No, just like you know, if something's happening that's unforeseen, if there's no technical reason or if there's no fundamental reason, and it's because, and there's a movement that happens because somebody knows something that most other people don't.
No, we've already gone over all that stuff. What is different this time to make it so, like, what is standing out to you this time to make you make those claims?
I don't know. I mean, it was just an incredible move that, like, was really unexpected. Like, I wouldn't have really seen it coming in the charts. I was looking at the charts even last night, and I wasn't really seeing anything that would say that, you know, we would have made this big of a move up right off the rip.
So
it also happened.
A significant move that you couldn't see means there's insider trading.
Okay, quiet.
I think you guys are misinterpreting what I meant.
Well, it also means, like, there was the Asian close that happened right when that first rip happened. So you have to think there's other markets in the world that are probably trying to front run the data release and putting a little bit, like, that wasn't someone putting in their whole bag. That was a small order that caused that candle to go up. Like what Clive is saying, people work with trillions of dollars. That was just a small 500 jump in BTC to where people were just front running the news and trying to get in on that position if it was positive to reap some type of reward. And then when they got in, right, let's say they got in, they pushed it up, they just made 4% with a couple $1 billion they put in the market.
And can I just also add,
I'm sure a lot of people.
the majority of the move came out after the data release, by the way.
Yeah,
Like
that's bots and
the bulk.
algorithms.
Well, it's just the bulk of it's the futures market. That's why there's a massive gap on the S&P right now, because the futures is trading well before the SPY opens, before the stock exchange.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Real
yeah.
quick.
I think that's
Real
the
quick.
front running.
Real quick, Kwai. I think we could boil this down to where was the 4-hour hourly stochastic last night and the daily answer at the bottom or pointing up, right? Where what formation did we have? Sort of rounded bottom, potentially trying to make a hook. Check. We had the news that what's his face was arrested. Bullish news, right? Homie got fucking caught. He's not out there in the open. Could be interpreted as bullish news. We went up fucking $500. Then we have this positive CPI data. Brings us up another $400. So, or 500. So I don't think it's nothing to be too crazy about. If you're talking about fundamentals, you got your answers. If you're talking about technicals, you got your answers. So there's nothing too crazy, like unexplainable, you know? Like I think if we're really thinking about what's unexplainable is like that one dip on BTC from like 58 down to 42 in one candle, 1 15-minute candle. That shit's fucking like what the fuck. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah,
The
I don't know.
magnitude.
I guess you guys are misinterpreting what I was trying to say. And
Well,
I don't know. Maybe the term that I use is commonly, commonly referred to some sort of illegal activity or something like that. But I think the majority of I'm not saying that
you read to us. And I think I'm only getting a little frustrated with you because you were like talking about how you didn't have much time to talk and now you've been dragging out this topic in the middle of market open.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I'm just
okay,
saying they're conspiring against us and freaking it's manipulation or whatever the fuck that is. Like, no, like that's not what I was trying to say at all. But yeah, I think the majority of the fucking volume came from people saying, "Oh, hey, this looks good. I'm gonna place a bet." But I think that the initial movement was caused by people that knew ahead of time, and they were like, "Okay, we're putting money in," and then it caused some optimism that caused more people to be like, "Okay, we're gonna throw in and bet that the data is gonna be good." And then when the data actually came out good, the bots that are running on algorithms that trade off of that data release, the instant that it happens, that's where I think a lot of the volume also came from.
Well, that's good speculation. I mean, there's nothing wrong with speculating. So, yeah, I can accept it as that.
Yeah, every statement I made, I said I think. No evidence at the beginning of it. Every statement I made, I said I think at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Over.
It's not based on evidence. It's based on speculation
right.
and what you see, which is, well, it's good to have those that feedback here too. Absolutely.
All good. All right. We hear you, Kwai. We hear you.
I disagree, but,
I mean, I don't know. Like, I want to know. Well, you were making a point about it, right, Kwai? Like, what was the main point about them front running? Was it that they were fooling everyone, or like playing against the general public? Like, what's?
No. I was just trying to say that to explain the price action. I don't think there's any conspiracy or manipulation going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
I
don't doubt that there was a whole crowd of people, like smart money, right? People that know what's going on, that are a lot more clued in than the rest of the bulk of the market, right? Yeah, no doubt. And they probably, to be honest, they probably placed their positions days ago for this move, to be honest. But anyway,
I think we
it's all speculation. Like, either way, it doesn't matter. Like, we're up. You know, we can only like play what we see. Like, it doesn't. It's neither here nor there for us, really. Yeah.
I think we can all agree it was pretty fun seeing that move up, man. Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. And to have something, to have another monumental thing only less than 24 hours away, the rates decision is really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like a double whammy. Yeah.
By the way, just to insert here, Clive sold his AMD 74.92.
What about that Ford?
I think he sold quite a lot today. Yeah, he posted quite a couple of sells.
I also went long on the data release, and I'm just one person. I'm sure like millions of other people did the same thing. So that's
no doubt, man. No doubt.
Insider trader.
Damn it, Kawhi. I knew it all along.
No, I
Well,
didn't go until the data release. That's the thing, and a lot of volume probably came from that. Just people like me, retail traders.
Wait, you
and-
went in on the news? Come on, man. Don't go in on the news. You sell the news.
So yeah,
By the way, Clive, just to
I'm
follow
still
up
short.
on Clive, he's answering B. He sold 300,000 of Ford shares.
Is that his whole position?
I doubt it, but see if he answers.
So yeah, by the way,
He
guys,
says he's got a lot of Ford.
CPI reports and Fed rate decisions, yeah, they are monumentally more important than any SBF FTX bullshit. Like, as in, as far as impact on the market, the whole reason we're in a bear market is because inflation's out of control, right? The S&P 500 is down because of inflation, because of the situation we're in. Fund rates, like the federal funds rate is likely to be 4.5% in 24 hours. Yeah, that's the whole reason we're in this quote unquote recession or possibly heading into one. So the fact that we've had this positive CPI report could signal some kind of change in direction here. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like just the gravity of these CPI reports and funds rate decisions.
Touch on what you were saying, Rick.
Pardon?
As a head, to touch on what you were saying,
Yeah.
is all of my sales were preset weeks ago of prices that I wanted to sell at, because I don't have an algo to sell these, multiple orders, etc. So all my sales are preset at preset numbers, and when they hit those on these big jumps, I benefit because let's say I bought something for 70. I want to sell it for 72, and the pre-market jumps to 75. It sells at 75. So I take advantage of that pre-market jump. And that's how most hedge funds run. We already have a price to sell, and if we get more than that due to a jump, that's all the better. Over.
Hey, Clive, do you reckon that this gap is going to remain open today? Or do you think it's going to get filled? Do you think we're going to retrace back to the starting point?
I barely knew her. So I think there's going to be a massive pullback, maybe around 11:30. This is euphoria, very much euphoria.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's.
I like euphoria.
Okay. That being said, these type of numbers have to pull back. I mean, they just can't keep going up and up and up. So you're going to see I generally do not make a single trade of buy until 9 o'clock, 30 minutes after open. I trade till 11:30. That's when most people quit. And talking about retail is moving, retail jumped on this, etc. The amount of retail traders is so insignificant. It's like they operate on a closet. You're not even allowed in the to prepare food for the dinner. You're not important. Right? You can take advantage of it, and it's great that you do. But as far as influence, retail has no influence on that. Now in BTC,
It's in addition to the bots.
It's 80 to 85% of all, and they're not bots. They're called algos. There's a major difference. The crypto uses bots. You are not allowed to use a bot in the stock market. You use algos. Totally different type of program. Algos research news. That's what they mostly do. 99% of everything an algo does is news based.
Is it a computer that trades for you?
It is a computer program consisting of millions of lines of code.
Bot.
but it's not a bot. A bot, I could, any of us could design a bot in about 40 to 70 lines of code.
So you're saying that they're only allowed to use the more sophisticated bots and not the less sophisticated
They're
ones?
not bots. They're not bots.
But
Oh,
it
okay.
is. If it's not a human like controlling it, then it's a robot.
There's a
That's what it is.
definition, and I would have to bring up the SEC regulation on it, but there is a differentiation between what is a bot and what is an algo. An algorithm is a self-learning program. Bot is a fixed program.
Would you consider a Roomba? Would you consider a Roomba a bot?
Yeah, that's a bot. That's a bot. It's fixed
The
program.
algos scan for data, but the bots
I really
execute
don't
the
want to
trades.
get in that conversation. I'm too busy trading, trying to make money. But I just made the point of these price levels of what I'm selling at are already preset.
You guys sure talk a lot for people that need to go.
No, I'm okay. If you're selling hundreds of thousands of dollars in a few minutes, yeah, you're cutting. And I'm enjoying the conversation, but I will get back to you once things calm down a little bit. Over.
Love you, Clive.
Well, it's a hard pill to swallow that us retail traders don't mean diddly squat. In the
L20 shuts down our throats daily.
That's an interesting point, though. That yeah, like in Clive's trading system that he's got going on, all those cells are already there, popping off. The way he does it, I think you guys are clued in on how he does that, right? Let's see. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, man.
The last time it popped up like this, I shorted it as well. No, I didn't. I just watched, I think, actually. But this time I was like, yeah, might as well just short it. It can't pop up like that and not retrace a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what's good about this price action is that it's created order blocks below us. So, I mean, there's order blocks now that we can go look to potentially put longs in, like around 17.5, 17.200 for bounces in those areas.
If that trueflation thing is anything to go by, there's a bit of a hint as to the next CPI report that it's going to be good. It's going to be around 6%.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the next one
Should
would be
be good.
6 weeks, about 6 weeks from now. So, where does that put us?
So it'll be early January. Well, this time January, I suppose, would be the next CPI report, I think. Because it's looking back to December. And right now, that Trueflation website is calling a 6% December inflation figure. And so right now we pulled in a 7.1.
Okay.
See, yeah, because like the government report, like which is what we just got, the 7.1%, that's looking at November's performance. Like it's a report about November, but we get it in December. So it's like delayed. It's like a delayed report. Whereas this Trueflation website the whole point of it is to aim to get a reading every day. Every single day is like a reading plotted on the chart. And that's why it front runs.
Right.
So it's like a forecast. Yep.
Now with this data out of the way today, what do you think tomorrow? You think it'll be 50 basis points or 75?
Well, he's already hinted. Jerome Powell already said, let me get you the picture. He already said that, what's the report? Fed officials see smaller rate hikes coming soon, minutes show. That was on the 24th of November.
He got, yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's a hint that it's not going to be as aggressive, right? So aggressive has been 75-point hikes in the last two FOMC meetings.
Rick, what if it comes out to be like, instead of 0.75, 0.75 or 0.5? What if it's
0.25? Yeah, I don't know. I
No,
think they usually go by quarters, don't they? Like it's either
Yeah, they do.
2.5 or 5 or 7.5.
I know.
I don't know if
Good
they've ever
morning.
done a whole percent, the whole
I don't think
100.
they have.
Rick,
I wonder why that. Why is that? It's like,
There you
Yes,
go.
yes, they do.
So
They
that
went
was
in 150 reversed.
what I put up in general
Sorry?
just there. That was November. That was late November. Do you remember the Jerome Powell meeting minutes?
oh yeah.
It was just a speech. It wasn't anything. There was no decisions or anything. He was just giving you hints about what their position currently is, like what they're talking about, what their approach is. Kind of like a
Yeah.
forecast. Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. We didn't hear you.
During COVID, there was a 250 rate reduction. 150 and 50. A 100 and 150 rate reduction.
can I inject on this?
Right. Yeah.
Of course.
Please.
Rick, can you hear me?
I can hear you, dude.
What the feds look at is what's called a core CPI, not the total CPI. They exclude fuel and food because
Yes.
fuel and food, it fluctuates a lot. The reason CPI went down because fuel or crude oil went down. So if you look at the core CPI, it came in at 5.66, which is less than last month, but it's much higher than their target, which is 3.66. So they still have long ways to go. They're
Right.
not at their target yet.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That's
Breaking
But it's-
news, FBF is about to testify.
Oh shit. But yeah, I guess the point is it's heading in the right direction, though, right?
Is
there a live
coming down,
feed for
but
that?
It's not.
It's Senate. I believe it's the Senate. It could be the House. Please Google it. Over.
Thanks.
And for any of our Canadian friends, I don't know if you saw
That's why
that
I
there's a
think
problem
you
and they're
don't
not
see any
allowing futures anymore.
institutional money coming in the market yet.
He doesn't hear you.
I guess not. That's okay.
Wait, say it again, Coley. Hold on, Z.
No, that Canada is banning futures, so that's just something for everybody to watch out for.
Canada or
Ooh,
Ontario?
wait.
Yeah.
As in
No,
crypto
Canada.
futures?
Like I just DM'd you the article that I was reading about it, Turbo.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
I just don't want
top.
anybody to get stuck if they're
Dude, why? Oh shit!
trading in
That's
Canada.
like the best news that could happen. That like makes you trade fucking
Spot.
spot.
Yeah.
You can't short though. You can't. But you can't
No,
short
but-
on.
Well, you can in
you
a
can't
way.
short though.
You can just
Wow.
like
Oh, yeah.
not enter
Think about it.
and like sit in
Not
cash.
enter.
That's
Yeah.
that's effectively like a short, I suppose, and then buy when the bottom hits in.
Shorty.
Yeah.
It's like a 1-to-1 short. Yeah. No
Yeah,
leverage.
1-to-1. Yeah. Yeah. You shorting? Yeah. What are you playing? Oh, I'm not playing anything. I'm just not in.
Just sitting in cash. Yeah.
Trego, I sent you a message.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, damn. This is I'm so glad that just everything's shook up right now. Like it was so boring. But how bad was the weekend? That range was so tight and boring. God.
That was tough.
Yeah.
But it was also good because it meant, okay, it's consolidating, it's building up, it's going to have a
Oh,
release.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's squeezed big time.
Yeah, but it was frustrating if you wanted to trade. Like,
Yeah. Dude, every
not
weekend
doing
seems to be like that,
too
hey?
much.
I mean, if you pull back to like the 4 hour, you could see we're like in this consolidation zone between like 17.5 and 16.6, 16.7 since like November 30th. Just in the sideways ranging area there. We popped up. Sometimes like Rick, one of those smart money concepts is the power of three. So you have like this consolidating block, a push up or below, consolidates, and then makes even a lower low or a higher high. So we could consolidate up here at like the high 17s, and then just drop and like start consolidating like down like the 15, like the mid 15s. It's called the power of three. Like I'll send you the PDF.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely interesting. If you pull it back on a higher time frame, then these plays kind of happen.
I don't remember if it
all
was.
over the place.
I don't know if it was you, Traeger, or Lucrative. That it was a Ruru, so it was probably more likely to be, I guess, Lucrative. But he was looking for a short, he was in a short early. That's right. And then he said that his stop loss was at like 18,050, and he basically got stopped out. Price went to 18,200, but then dumped heavy. So he was right. His stop was just a little tight. I think he may have reopened another short to to catch the move. But yeah, that zone that between 18,000 and 18,200. To me, that's like a block. Like that's going to be an order block we have to try and get through.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be
I think the spy's done for the day.
There could be a pretty nasty swing failure at that stage. You think the spy's done for the day?
For the day, yeah.
At the very start of the day, okay.
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not meaning. I'm not saying it's gonna crash here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Like the volatility.
If if it starts to form this U-top formation that we do, it's gonna take a minute. It's not gonna happen in 5 minutes. Like if you look at the 45, the 1 hour, this was a it did its purpose. It did the tail. It went above previous resistance and local resistance, and it went above the 413 area. That was a beautiful move. There would be no issue for it to just cool off, and then it shoots up. I know, I'm crazy, but for some that are in shorts, I'm sorry, but if it does happen, yeah, you're gonna go and see like 420 and then 429. That is a solid rejection there, because if you reject that, man.
I don't know if you're looking at my screen or not, Turbo, but on the S&P, we have our macro trend line, that comes down from the all-time high. And so we've broken above that, and right now we could be coming back to back test it to see if it's going to hold us as support.
What's that at? Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah. So let me go to the daily and zoom
Took me
out.
time to get in on your screen.
Okay. Yeah. So on the daily,
I want to tell you the size of the cat that I see on your screen. That would dwarf the numbers that I'm even calling right now for a tail. But that's much too early to call. I see that megaphone or broadening.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Well, there was a descending broadening wedge or a descending megaphone, which is this one. This.
That's the one I was playing on.
The reason I've grayed it out, it's still there, but I've got it gray because it's less significant now than these lows here that have carved this trend line, which is a falling wedge. And we've just snuck out of it. And I think if we go down to a lower time frame, we could be in for a back test of that to see if it's going to hold. And if it holds and we trend up, that could be like your so-called break, hook and go, So we've done the break, and now we might be forming the hook back.
Oh yeah.
Before the go, but yeah,
big
I don't know.
possibility.
We'll see.
Look at that compared to the Dow on the daily.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at the Dow.
Dow looks like it has already started its hook and go.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at the Nasdaq from the same perspective, the Nasdaq still hasn't broken that downtrend. So they're in like 3 different phases of the same move almost.
I have to zoom the hell out.
Guys, if I can interject into the
Go for
chart
it.
analysis.
Of course
Just real
you can.
quick. Just a quick thing, and then it's back to you guys. Apparently, Forbes obtained a draft of Bankman-Fried's testimony. So I'm at the Forbes site here. So I want to read just the first 2 sentences
Go
of
for it.
Bankman-Fried's
Oh no.
testimony. It says here, summary. I would like to start, of course, he's supposed to be talking to Congress or something, right? I would like to start by formally stating under oath, I effed up. Back to you. This goes on a lot more, but that's his opening statement.
That's the same thing he said on Twitter. That's like he said that on Twitter too. He's a fucking idiot.
It's scripted.
Clive, SBF is an idiot. I don't care if he went to MIT. He's a fucking moron.
Ocean, I see exactly what you're talking about, man. That the Dow has already done its like break hook, and it's like going now. Like it's working on its go. You know what I mean?
And then Nasdaq has done this push up, but the push up didn't get out of the downtrend like the SPY did.
Oh yeah, damn. Okay. The old tech heavy Nasdaq. Just trying to figure out where to pull this line from. Probably like here. Hereabouts. It's hard because this pivot doesn't quite hit it. Maybe if you go from here, yeah, this looks more like it. Maybe this could be seen as a bit of a fake out over there, because you get a lot more confluence like from the points. So if you go by that, Nasdaq is currently like fighting that trend line to get out on top of it. Yeah, I suppose it depends how you cut it. It depends how you cut the line. Yeah.
Just want to insert a little trading action. It's here to trade. Clive bought Tesla at 167.47.
Oh, Tesla dropping again. Damn, I didn't see that. Okay, nice.
It's all gonna
look at
drop
Tesla
right now.
Have a look at
Fucking
Tesla.
Tesla's drop.
Oh,
Look at that
okay.
drop on the 5 minute. God damn.
Damn, Elon.
Okay, Trigo. That's exactly what I just wrote. What I'm writing to you about. It's like it does not matter.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Holy shit. Look at Tesla's gap. Not only did it fill the gap, but it's it's gone lower. Like
I was mad I didn't get in. I was
still demolishing
got in.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, 158 to 153 is my buy-in for Tesla. Just gave up the booty real quick.
This little drop on BTC is just enough to put me in profit on my first short. I actually did several short trades. It kind of went up, and I took a couple positions a little higher. I'm already out of those with profit, but BTC just did a nice little drop, and that puts me in profit. I'm gonna let it go some more.
By the way, I just noticed the S&P leaves behind plenty of gaps, and they stay open sometimes for months, or like at least days, but yeah, weeks, months. Look at this, like this gap here. This was back early November. That hasn't been filled. Price has never come back to fill that gap. So
That's
that
the
means
one that's going to come and get filled if you fail this
maybe,
tail now
yeah,
that you're on.
maybe.
Right there, you're on the tail. Right there, I can't believe you went right to it. Yes, that. So if that now doesn't push out of your triangle up top,
this rising wedge, you mean?
Yeah. Sorry, the rising wedge, and go and hit that local resistance right where your dotted line is. You were on it when you refer to the left of the chart. You'll see that green candle that's sitting in the middle of nowhere on the left of
Oh,
your
you
screen.
mean
Yeah,
this
that
this
one.
little fella?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep. For me, that's the key. If you don't pass that on these moves, because they always form that on the other side, that's your trigger. You're not going higher. So it's amazing, but try to start looking for that. You're going to see how when you hit that and you fail, you instantly do a right ear down. And this is exactly what Tesla just did. It went to retest the top of the ear, failed, tail gets retraced. Boom. It forms a bigger right ear down. It's such a crazy movement.
Now, Turbo, that
Yeah.
you just said it always. I just want to clarify. It always drops. So
Yeah. I mean, always, if I'm charting on a monthly and it does it every single time, it would be always, right?
well, I'm just thinking, if it always happens like that,
Mhm.
are you in those trades?
I call most of them.
Well, why wouldn't you be in them if it always happens? That's I'm just kind of not trying to, put you in a spot, but
Right.
why
So
is it
what
you
are you
don't take
trying
a
to do?
position? I'm trying to think of like if it always happens like that, I would be in the
Mhm.
trade.
Sure, sure. But some of these trades, because this happens, they wreck you or they hit your stop losses. So it depends what direction you want to trade it because the move can happen very quickly. So if your bias is like, I think it's going to go up today and you want to hold that trade because you think it's going to lead to a bigger one, that's fine. You could get into that trade, which most of the time I do. But I'm not trading enough money right now to, I could be paper trading and do better. You need money to
No,
make
I hear you.
money. You know what I mean?
So not
So
so,
it's
sometimes it's a question of not enough dry powder. That's what you're saying.
it's that to trade the calls that I'm making on the 1 and the 5 minutes, those you can see them repeat. But with the amount of money I'm putting in right now, which is less than $100, they have to have quite the movement for me to make something on them. So I try to do my best with those. But my goal is that, starting the new year, I'm going to be doing the trading safe method with what I know, stop loss. I see the call, I go in, it either takes me out or I enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
for now,
No,
for now it's all practice. I could just be paper trading. I would be losing less money because for a lot of wins there are a lot of losses. So
no, I
does
hear
it
you 'cause-
always do it for me? Yes. For me, when I see the move, I know the reaction to the move after. Always a strong word. I'll take it back. Does it do it extremely often for me? Yes, it does.
Static's listening, guys. Say hello.
Nice.
You just super chatted me. He
Yeah,
says,
I love Static.
meow.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He knows it. I go into
he
this
knows
group
you,
and
man.
I
He knows your
litter
cats.
it with the cat.
Yeah.
Well,
That's,
if he knows the Wyckoff, he knows the cat, and I know he knows his shit. So
I think he saw that chart that I posted the other day with the meow, the alternative to the cat, the meow pattern.
Tim, I had to look twice when I saw that. I was like, wait, did he find one finally? And I'm like, oh, the good one.
Yeah, slightly. You could kind of tell it was doctored, but that was kind of fun. I thought you'd enjoy that. A little
I did.
trading action. Clive writes that AMC is collapsing, and
I know. I
Tesla,
sold. Dude, sorry.
Tesla repopping. Go ahead.
Yep, I sold. I got out on a market though. I'm an idiot. Sorry, but it got me out at 642 on AMC, and I didn't buy back.
Static, if you can hear me, I just want to say, just because this is my first opportunity to speak to you since we've been in Thames together, good call on Doge going to 14 cents.
Let you know if he replies anything there.
And then 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the chaos that he created, calling those low numbers.
Oh my god, it was epic. Those were the times I'd sit back and just listen, cause
Oh my gosh, it was glorious.
I loved it.
It was funny. I remember it was almost blasphemy when I was driving home during SNL, and I was saying to people, "Be careful, guys. You might want to think about selling." And people didn't want to hear it because they wanted the dollar, man. Like Doge to a dollar. But
Listen,
hey,
whoever moves the
it
market
happens.
like this, okay, they want to be. This is not a long-term play strategy. This is a quick strategy. They are in and out to make the money. You have to understand. Every tail of a cat is that. You rarely see a tail of a cat, which is that parabolic move up, right? If you don't know what the cat is, but
Also
you
mentioned.
rarely see that without an opposite reaction. It's a V bottom, just like when you invert your chart, it's a V top. So what the SPY even is doing right now, when I said I think it's done for the day, why? Because it's going for its 0.5 fib right now. There's no doubt about it. Look at the move. You can see it's dropping. I told you, I think it's done for the day because just that. If it holds the 0.5, watch that thing go, man. It's gonna freaking rip for the swing up from it. That's my opinion. But for now, this is a good short. I should have taken it. Fuck. I mean, I have a brand new platform and I have to put money in and I have stupid problems like my account won't link to fund it. And I'm on the horn with the TD Bank waiting for them to. So yeah, that would be my reason why I'm not shorting it right now. But I
Or
can. And Luke, I need a
Really?
lesson on that, by the way, or TD.
If I can
I've
insert
never done that.
some trader action,
Or
Clive
is
just
that the
bought.
area you're looking at?
Can I insert some trader action?
Where,
Clive just Clive just bought AMC at $6.22. Over.
you know, even Clive said that you don't have to read everything that he writes.
Ocean, thanks, but you know, it's just it's nice to hear when people make a trade and not too many get posted. So I'd like to get them in there in between. I don't think I took about 10 seconds to read that. Please go ahead.
Just letting you know that's what Clive said. So 402.4, is that roughly the area you're looking at there? Is the 50?
Or above. Yes, sir. You know it. Absolutely. Because why do I say or above? Because you can see that if you look directly on the left of your chart, you have that area of what we've, what is that? Like it's a top shelf. I don't know what you would call it. It's just a speed bump right now on the way down. So you pause here at like 407, and then you have the last pink down. It's a quick move, and yeah, I guess what did you take that? Let me just do it right now. I didn't put the line motion, so if that's where you say it is.
Are you pulling from 391 up?
392, the beginning of the tail, right? That low. Oh, there's the BTC move down. Right here down.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. So watch that 50 on this one. That 0.5, I mean. See, they're all gonna do it now. That's in my opinion. Okay.
Nasty.
In my opinion.
That's a whopper.
No, what you don't want to see is BTC completely reclaim that full move up.
No, that would suck.
Close below. Yeah, just close
Right.
below like 17,400 on a nice strong candle, like a 15-minute candle.
Close a nice strong 14K. Yeah. Just a solid red candle down. Just to
So
seal the deal.
if the measured move was done like it does it on the 5-minute, but now it would do that on the 1 hour SPY, all these charts, then yeah, the way it usually can do it, it does not do it all the time, this move, is that whole move up, just take a fractal of it, flip it from the pivot, that would be at 392, let's say on the SPY, that would be your move down from that. So you'd be like an instant crazy, like you got smacked in the face drop to like 376 area. That's how crazy this move could be. But I'm bullish still. I just think this is gonna drop to the, yeah, what did you say, Ocean? Like 403, 402 area. And
Getting here actually.
Yeah.
Could we be falling wedge right now in Bitcoin? Could that be a thing?
it's a
I don't
two-step
know.
down fractal, man. Look from your top, that's the left wing where you're pointing. Next one is left ear, right ear down. Gives you a
Yeah.
wedge or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe it's falling too
gonna-
hard to be a falling wedge. I don't know.
It's gonna finish its step.
Think about on the 5-minute.
Yeah, this is the 5 minutes, so like patterns on here don't usually get respected too hard.
Well, yeah, it's already drooping out of that way.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch to call this a wedge. Yeah. I mean, what about flag though? Could that
So
still
straight to-
happen?
Is that the God
know.
candle or what?
I guess a flag could happen on this still.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Put your line from that bottom. Is that what you did? I think
From
so.
this wick low
from
here?
the bottom of the move? No, lower. Where you have those two same
Oh.
size candles on the bottom.
Bottom, same size candles.
Let me see your screen. 17,400 area. My bad. It's because I couldn't see
Oh.
the numbers. Yeah, right there.
These
If
two
you
little
draw,
fellows.
if you put
yeah,
it, yeah. If you take that bottom to our top, look where we're heading now. If you could take the ruler to do it, it'll give you your half point. No,
What? Like that?
no. Measure your move from your bottom to your top. You know,
Okay,
like with a
I think
ruler.
I know what you mean. You mean like a fib retrace? Oh, you mean just measure the move?
Yeah, or a fib.
Sorry.
You can put your fib. Okay,
Yeah,
see that blue line?
3.42%. Yeah. So the 50,
That's where you're heading now,
and check it. Look at this. Look at
in
that
my
little-
opinion.
Would you look at that? Look at that pivot
That's
right.
right.
There. That could be a little support
That's your
fella.
that's your 0.5.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
your
Yeah,
0.5.
it could be a little bounce point. Yeah, I see that.
It's also the
Can I get 10 seconds?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm just looking at my BTS US dollar on Bitfinex, TradingView, and below these candles that we're at right now, I've got a heck of a drop, like dead air until 17,685. And Clive says, take a look at. Sorry, kind of lost it. There's one stock of interest. You might want to check it out. Sorry, I lost. Oh, I think it was SI or SL. Not sure which one. Over.
Spy's going wee.
Everything's going wee. I'm gonna actually trade this. Okay, I'm gonna buy the bounce from it, but not right now at all. It's heading for that 0.5, man.
Are you gonna get the SPXL? Or
No,
what is it?
like
on?
I can trade the SPY, I think, right, on my platform.
Yeah, I think is it SPXL? That's what it is on Robinhood.
Oh, I get you. Okay, let me check.
That's a 3x long.
It's the leveraged ETF.
Let me see. Well, let me see. Oh, fucking do face recognition on this shit.
Clarification, while there's some dead air, that was SI, like just two letters, SI. That stock that Clive thought people might want to take a look at. Over.
It's like a Civic Si.
I'm already
Okay.
I'm already up 4% on that SPXS entry.
Nice.
Okay, so SPXF, is that what you said it's called?
No, SPXL is the long version. S is the short.
Oh, okay.
This Smurf head works pretty well. It like moves with my mouth.
What?
Could you write it in general for me, please?
Here, look, you can see it on my stream. It's in Discord stream right now.
No, not
Oh,
you, but I'm looking at your Discord. That's funny as
Oh,
hell. Your
yeah,
screen.
yeah. There's many really good faces. There's a few of them.
I was talking for my deaf me. If Ocean could write it in general when he has a sec, please.
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Where's Snoop Dogg?
Okay, thank you.
What the hell is that? What the?
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god. Oh, the mask. Balaclava.
Okay, I'm out of that BTC short that I put in on that jump up.
How dare you?
That was a good one.
Jump up, and get down. Nice. On to the next.
Was that like a 2-to-1 play, or what was the reason
There
for
was-
getting that right there?
Oh, it was simply because of the massive spike up that we had. That's all. That was.
Gotcha.
There was no like, oh, how much is it going to go down? I didn't really do that. I just said, well, I'm pretty sure this is gonna drop back down, and I just follow it down until I think it's gonna reverse, or I got enough profit where it's like, take the profit, you dummy.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I wish I did. Well, you know, I often do put those in, but when I'm scalping, doing those ratios, sometimes it's not realistic for that type of quick scalping. You might do 1-to-1, might do 1-to-2, it might be 1.5, as long as I'm making profit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's 3-to-1 on a really good run. Now, I didn't figure out what this one was, but it was a good one. It was my biggest trade in the last week.
Yeah, I want to go for like a week and just be strict with like a 2-to-1 risk reward, and just let those trades, because sometimes it's the greed in me that lets them run even further, and then I round trip it or make less than even a 2-to-1 would.
That was roughly.
Break the one on the right.
If your stop loss was above the high, that was roughly a 2-to-1.
Okay, gotcha.
I was thinking about that, and I was watching this one fellow who's a forex guy, because I'm trading on the forex demo chart, yeah. And in one of his tutorials that he was doing, he made it very clear that these guys who are showing you the 2-to-1 and it's not really strict, and yeah, he said no. You just you aim for that, sure, but look, if you see that it's going to turn and not go your way, get out with a little bit of profit, whatever you can. Often could be 1-to-1. You could do a lot of trades 1-to-1. Although the goal should be, looking at a 2-to-1, right? But it appeared to me that that's not the way real traders were trading on the forex.
What the fuck is that? Sorry.
Oh shit!
It's a pad, dude.
I don't even want to laugh because I don't want to insult anybody.
Right. Fair enough. Charlie.
That one either. You look like you got a.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Hey,
This is creepy as
holy
hell.
sh! Bro, that looks realistic. And this is we got like a little bit of makeup on.
Yeah. That's scary as hell. I'm gonna favorite that one. Damn.
Mr. Clean.
It's not bad though.
What the hell
About
is
to sweep
that?
them lows.
How
No, that's just
beautiful was
low
that? I
effort.
wonder if Luke's gonna look at some AMC again. I'd wait. But I'm so tempted to buy some again, just to
look at
Dude,
fucking Teslas.
I am still waiting, man.
Tesla's just dripping. 163 and dropping.
Yeah, well, that's your chart for the day. Believe it or not, we follow that path. We could on everything.
Man,
for every tail, there's a retracement.
Look, be a cat.
Yeah,
Who's
where's
cat?
the cat? Where's
You
the
see
cat?
another one?
I say find a kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo would be cool. There's a donkey.
Just past the cat.
Oh, where's there a cat? Is it up?
It was up like 4 rows.
Oh, here? This
strings
thing?
posted.
Pole dance.
A little higher. It clearly put the cat.
Pole dancing kitty.
Oh my god.
That frog
There's a
is
lot
funny.
of cat ones.
Oh, here we go. Cat. Boom.
Oh, they could have made it wrap around
There
your
goes
face
Snoop.
though, or something.
I know, it's a bit more of a mask. Cat mask.
Hey,
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
who's
Hey.
Snoop?
I think that just.
Oh no! That's
Confused
like
Snoop.
Oh, too bad.
Oh, you're cute.
That
By
looked
the
like
way,
a Pornhub symbol.
Strings.
strings.
Like a, yeah.
Supreme.
Strings. Can I just? Strings posted exactly the way I make my trading decisions. In the general.
It's gotta be a
That's
fucking.
exactly what I do. Yeah.
It's gotta be a funny.
Check this retest on BTC right now on the 1 minute. If it drops below this little point, that's going to be your candle to the 0.5. If it holds, then you can look at this as a starting of a pivot until it's proven otherwise. Right?
Come on, Tesla.
This
Get
would
to
be your
158.
What? Which one?
Tesla.
That monkey was
Oh.
good
Sorry.
too. What's wrong?
Getting
Drago,
close.
what do you?
Tesla. I've been waiting to get in at 158. I didn't think I was gonna get in. This thing is just getting real close. It's looking juicy.
So what? You buy like 1, 2, 3. How many do you buy?
I'm gonna
If
buy
you
one
buy.
at like 158. I'll buy one there, and then like 154. I'll buy like maybe another one, and 153 a third. I'm not looking to buy a bunch, but maybe like 3 or 4 shares.
Buy them all.
Buy them all.
What's it at now? Oh, sorry. Go. My bad.
Yeah. I was just gonna say where it's at actually.
Oh,
162.80.
162. That's incredible. It's just nuts, man. You know, I remember like months ago saying, "Wow, what was it at? 1,000? What did it hit? I don't even remember. I wasn't really in trading stocks for that.
It was
I
over
remember
1,000,
being
but then they did a split that brought the price down. I forgot when it was.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, that's what happened.
Specifically, it was a banana split.
A banana split.
Oh, today is Cocoa Day, by the way. Happy Cocoa Day.
I'll give you some cocoa.
Hot cocoa, please.
Oh, it'll be hot.
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
Careful what you...
Ever had a Cleveland steamer?
See what you did?
I'm not even going to ask. There you go, Crypto Keeper, yeah.
It's not me. It's BLS. I have PTSD. Every time he comes on, I think there's going to be something about that. Bless his heart, but I'm just saying.
Oh, you have food tonight?
He's trained me like a monkey.
You have poop nightmares too?
There you go. Coley posting Biden remarks on inflation.
Rick, I see a smirk on your face. I know you want to click on that one in the middle of the
Which one?
Go down one.
Extra smooth. Look at this one.
Down one more.
Hmm?
Right there in the middle. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well,
There's nothing wrong with that.
it didn't do anything.
No, it didn't. It's like
a lot
we
of them are
banned it.
broken. A lot of them are broken. Some of them make no
Oh,
sense.
604 on AMC.
Hey, what's the difference between hot
B.
cocoa and hot chocolate?
Hey, it's B.
Maybe the sweetness? I don't
Nope.
know.
Well,
No?
yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, the taste. Yeah. Yeah, hot chocolate would be sweeter, but why?
One has chocolate and one has cocoa.
Well,
What do you know?
isn't chocolate made from cocoa?
Well, chocolate has to constitute a certain amount of ratio between the cocoa. So
One
like,
has marshmallows, the other one don't.
European chocolate is not considered, over here, American chocolate.
If you don't have cocoa, can you have chocolate?
Can you have Swiss Miss?
Well, anyway, yeah, no, I think those are all pretty good answers, actually. I don't know. I looked it up today since it's Cocoa Day. When you're processing the cocoa, you can take out the cocoa butter, and that would be the remainder would be your cocoa powder, which you use in a cocoa.
Binance
is offering. Whereas chocolate would still have that cocoa
Hello?
butter in there, and it would be ground up chocolate.
Tim, you love Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs? I don't know. It's not the same thing. I guess maybe it is, because you can add that cocoa powder to all kinds of things. Your cereal.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Do you like Fruity Pebbles?
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Marine wants me to come up with a nice hot cocoa recipe for the group.
Yes, please.
Or hot chocolate.
Hey, boy.
Morning,
All right. Good morning. I'll do a little research and get back to you.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the answer to my joke.
Well, what's your joke? Where is it?
It's
It's an inside
Shit's
joke.
gonna hit the fan.
Inside trading joke.
Static just did a super chat, $2. Can I get TA on Sunny D? Sunny D. What is Sunny D? Is that like an American joke?
Sunny Delight. It's like an
Oh.
orange drink.
I see.
It's terrible. It was great when you were
Yeah.
a kid. It's fucking terrible as an adult.
It's like Tang. It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, like with all the new chemicals they put in the shit, it just tastes even worse now. It tastes like battery acid.
Dang, drink of the astronauts.
Hey, Tim, the joke is how do you keep an idiot in suspense?
How do you keep a what?
An idiot in suspense.
You tell them a joke.
I get it.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
I like it.
It's interactive.
Oh my god.
He always gets interrupted in the middle of the joke, and then I never get to find the answer out.
Golly. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a good joke. I like it.
Oh, come on. Is anybody longing here? Be careful.
Hell no.
Okay, I'm just saying. It failed higher retest of the local, just that very, very local area. There we go. That's a lower low right there.
Talking
All
about
right.
BTC?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you think about that gap on the minute chart? I've got it here. It's a huge gap.
Mir? What is it? Mer?
The gap. The gap.
I think he said minute chart. Is that what you said?
Minute.
Oh, I thought you were saying like a ticker or something.
I'm loving what's happening right now. Look at on which chart? Tell me, Tim. Sorry.
1 minute chart. I've got a big gap below our candles right now.
85 million in liquidations in the last 4 hours.
Yeah. I'm really depending on that area of the 0.5 fib that I was mentioning before, which was 17. Hold on. On the SPY, I mean the SPY also AMC I was playing with also. Let me just give you that one on BTC.
Oh yeah, why are you doing that?
Ooh, we're
AMC
close.
down to
17694.
6.
Yeah. So speaking of gap, actually, Tim, funny you mentioned that. So you see how AMC gapped and how it just went right back down to fill that gap.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a nice move. If it held here, great. The outcome of this, though, is we did not go above on AMC on that 668 area. For me, that creates a lower retest, so lower right ear. However you see it, the lower retest is what it is. Below the 0.5 fib on a previous move, you could see a rejection probably on a swing back up on AMC at around 620 area, and then descend way lower if you know.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
I think if we'll see how the market goes now, because to me the move for BTC and the SPY went 2 points over, so it changed a lot, right? The move was anticipated, but the outcome broke an area that I didn't even think would reach. I thought that area like 410 would be a rejection, but if we flipped over, well, I think we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun, man. I think it's if we can, yeah, if we can hold the SPY right now, and I don't believe in closing the day above unless you're really charting Dave. No, I'll take that back. Actually, I'll take it back. It's not true anymore.
Oh man, I tell you, Turbo, I'm ready to quit for the day. I made such a good trade.
Oh fuck
Paper
yeah!
trade.
There's nothing wrong
God
with
damn
that.
it, Tim.
Nothing wrong.
I want a
with that.
real trade.
Yeah,
I
we'll
want
be
a
getting there
manly
soon.
trade.
Yeah, the longer I stay in this demo account, the better.
I mean, look, Rick.
Yeah.
You responded to me before because you were shocked, but funny, no? When I said SPY's done for the day, by the way, and it went down right after. But you're like, but it's only 10 in the morning. But you see what happens on these crazy moves sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to fill the gap, to be honest.
That could be a nice play down.
I mean, we'll see. We'll just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
To catch us up with a couple of comments, just 10 seconds. Someone made a prediction on Tesla. Tesla down to 99. I forget who that was, but it's somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the prediction. We'll see if it comes true. One of our master traders. Crypto Marine sees that gap on his chart on BTC as well. Let's see. T Black says Biden just spoke. Are we tanking yet? All right.
I'm gonna have to pack it in. I'm falling asleep.
Oh shit! Right.
But
Yeah,
I'll be
you
up.
hung in there.
I'll be up at candle close, candle open, daily candle.
Just let your avatar do the trading, Rick.
I know, right? I wish I could just leave him here to stream. That would be great.
Well, let's see. We've got
All right,
Mets and
Rick.
money flow indicator is pretty high at the moment for BTC on my chart here. I was thinking we might have a little bit of a.
All right, YouTube. I'm gonna pack it up here. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me go to sleep. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for the super chats, whoever super chatted. And I'll catch you in the morning or in the evening for you guys. All right, guys. Thanks again and trade safe. See you later.